Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim. So today we are going to start the discussion on the challenges in research and development of agriculture. Uh, so when we are going to conduct any kind of research or we are going to prepare research proposal, so we must have some background knowledge in our mind that what kind of research I have to do because this is our responsibility when you are in the agriculture sector, in a plant nutrition, or in a soil science, or in environmental sciences. So you have certain responsibilities to find out the solutions of the challenges of your relevant field. So if you don't know that what are the real challenges, uh, you cannot identify the real uh, in common words, we can say the real topic on which you are going to work are real, what we should say, the the to identify the real scope of your research. Because whenever we are going to conduct research, we must have something in our mind that what will be the benefit of that research which I am going to conduct. So that's why we must know the challenges of that field. Before going toward that, we must know that what are the actual goals of agriculture research. Uh, because agriculture is very different from technology. Because the technology is a kind of a luxurious thing, but the agriculture is basically to fulfill the basic needs of the people, basic needs of the uh, food security. So the first thing which is the goal of agriculture research, that to produce agriculture technologies to contribute to rapid economic growth. Because uh, we have to compete with the economic growth. So when your economic growth is high, of course the people will be well off, they will demand for more food. So you have to provide that food to the people. In a poor country where the people they are living, uh, so they may not need any or may not need meat in a certain or in a high quantity because they don't have resources. But when the people they are getting economically better, so they will require more meat. So it means looking at the economic growth, you have to enhance the produce. Or on the other sense, if your economic growth is lesser, is going down, so you have to produce those things which is valid for those what you say the people of that country or that region. For example, the demands of the people of European countries, many European countries who are rich, so they are different as compared to the demands of the people of the Africa, because there is economic difference. So they will find something else. They will have demand for something else. The people living in European countries or in developed countries, but the people in the uh, poor countries, so they will have some other things. So we have to look at the economic growth, and we have to provide uh, the the foods as per the economic of the people. Because living in the African countries, so you cannot go for a very costly food productions. For example, if I look at the quinoa, so quinoa is very good food item, but it may not be accepted in the poor country because its cost is much higher. So, but if you produce quinoa in developed countries, you will not only fulfill the requirement of those people, but you will get more money as well. So that's why the economics is very important, and to combat or to run with the economics of the people, economics of the country. You have to provide, or you have to develop your agriculture, or you have to produce the agriculture commodities as per their requirement, or you have to develop the technologies to provide them very hygienic and high quality production to the developed countries. Then provide options for adaptation to changing global economy. So we have to provide, because when as I mentioned earlier in the first point, if the economics it changes, we have to change the agriculture uh, as per the demand. Then there are some changing policies in the country, in the world. So we have to follow that as well, because uh, if we look at the policies nowadays about the nitrogen use, the international community is asking about to reduce the nitrogen losses, to reduce the nitrogen fertilizers. Uh, or there are policies not to grow the genetically modified plants. So when we are going to research, so we must think that what are the actual policies. Uh, you are working on GMOs, and you are developing GMOs, and you are promoting GMOs, genetically modified crops, and the policy comes that you are not allowed to grow a single GMO crop in your country. So that is the wastage of your resources then. So we have to look at that. What are the policies in fact? Emerging environmental concerns, of course, so that we have to look at, because the environment directly affect the crop production. We have to look at very close to the changing climate, so that we can take the measures as per our requirement. Contribute to the reduction of poverty by increasing the supply of staples. Uh, of course, it's not only to provide food, but also provide sufficient income to the poor people. So we have to work on that, and increasing international competitiveness of national economies. So it's also very relevant to the policies, international policies. So we have to uh, go along with the international communities. For example, if you are producing wheat in $100 per month, and internationally that is available in $50 per month, so there is uh, there is no competitiveness with the international community. And if you are not competing with international community, so it means you have no market for your commodity. So we have to look at the competitiveness regarding the quality, regarding the cost of production, etc. Uh, then there are certain principles of agriculture research and development. Uh, some are relevant to innovation, systems, and perspectives. We have to generate the new systems. Then we have a value chain approach uh, that is also relevant to the marketing. Then we have an impact orientation, that what will be the impact of your research uh, to identify the impact of different agriculture practices, and different agriculture interventions. And then research for development, that you are going to develop the agriculture sector. So that is one aspect. So these are four basic principles on which your agriculture research uh, lies. Uh, Innovations, new things, uh, that must be a part of agriculture research always. Today's innovation is different uh, as compared to the innovations made by the people in 10 years ago. Then value chain approach, as I mentioned, we have to identify the chain of our agriculture products uh, to uh, find out that what is the value of our commodities and how the value can be enhanced, uh, looking at the international uh, community demands. So then the impact orientation, uh, we have the basic principle that what will be the impact of your research. Uh, it is really relevant to the applied, that what are you applied research, what are you doing in the research, what will have it impact on the uh, international community and impact on the people, on the lives of the people. It can be nationally, and if you are you have intentions to export, so that must have uh, uh, some impact on. You can observe the impact on the international communities. Because the research is also sometimes it's for your local problems, and sometimes it is for international. You can sell the technologies. The people, they are selling technologies to developing countries, from developed countries. So everything is marketable. Whatever, if you are doing research, you have some product, you can sell it in your country. You can sell it outside the country as well. Research for development, it is always we always need some kind of development in every sector. The same is with the agriculture sector. Uh, what are the approaches then in agriculture research? A traditional linear model for research and extension, that you are working in the labs, and then you are providing that information through extension towards uh, people or farmers. Then sometimes we have farming system perspectives. Uh, we have to modify the farming systems to enhance the efficiency and to get the more or enhanced quality food or sustainable farming system. Then we use participatory research methods. Sometimes we involve different people of different aspects, and to find out the solution of different issues. But the action research, so that is specifically if you have some issue. For example, we have a white fly in the cotton. So there is action research that we must find out some issues to. Sorry, we must have find out some solutions to this issue of white fly. Uh, so this is action research, rapid action research, you can also say. Uh, we have to solve that issue. Whatever we have a problem in our specific agriculture sector, so we have to find out the solution of that. So that is the kind of action research. So for that, you don't need a lot of planning, uh, uh, because you have a solution in front of you, and the people relevant to that, they are being asked that work on that. So normally the people or the governments or the agency, they provide the funding for that. Then agriculture innovation system. So it is uh, we'll see in the next slide what is actually in innovation. So the new systems, the development of new systems to find out the solution of your problem. Then innovative agriculture research for development, then that is also a continuous work. Always we have to work on that. So if we just compare the agriculture innovation system and innovative agriculture research for development, so basically so this slight difference. This is agriculture innovation system is basically to solve the issues which are in practice. You have to find out the new innovations to 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 solve the issues. And when we say innovative agriculture research for development, it's something which is always a continuous process. You are working always on uh, finding out the new methods in agriculture and research. So uh, which will be, of course, helpful whenever you will have any issue. Because as I mentioned earlier, the pure research, so that is not actually the solving the issues at the spot, but that have a development of a background knowledge. So whenever you will have some kind of issues, so those development will help out. Agri food system and value chain, I have talked about that. Doubly green revolution. So we had a green revolution in 60s, 1960s, because the population was increasing and we need to enhance the uh, food uh, food production to feed the people. Now we can say we are doubling the production which we got in the green revolution because the population is enhancing, is growing very fastly. So that can also be our approach, uh, that we have to enhance the production. ये नहीं कि कोई स्पेसिफिक इशू है, ओवरऑल हम कहते हैं जी हमने प्रोडक्शन को डबल करना है। तो जो हमारे ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन में जितनी हमने प्रोडक्शन है इसको हमने डबल करना है। क्यों? क्योंकि हमारा रिक्वायरमेंट है कि 2050 तक हमारी 9 बिलियन 10 बिलियन पॉपुलेशन हो जाएगी, तो देन वी हैव टू फीड देम। तो ये भी अप्रोच है कि डायरेक्टली हम उसको करें। देन रेनबो रेवोल्यूशंस हैं कि आप कोई स्पेसिफिक चीज लेते हैं एग्रीकल्चर में, आप कहते हैं कि हमने मिल्क की प्रोडक्शन इनहेंस करनी है, हमने मीट की प्रोडक्शन इनहेंस करनी है। So इस तरह ये रेनबो इज काइंड ऑफ a different aspects of the agriculture, and we find out the one and we work on that, or we separately work on the fruit production, enhancing milk production, livestock production. So that is also a kind of approach uh, uh, for agriculture research. Then knowledge quadrangle, participatory innovations, information, knowledge and education quadrangle with ICT playing a circle role. So that is basically the use of your different kind of informations to develop a system for agriculture. That is the ICT is the information technology, involvement of information technology to play the role in the agriculture production. So these are also the approaches, and the inclusion of information technology. So that is very hard nowadays. Among these approaches, we will talk about these three: uh, agriculture innovation systems, innovative agriculture research for development, and agri-food system value chain. So we'll discuss in the next lecture, but today I want to uh, show that what is the difference between the innovation and invention. Innovation basically covers the activities and process associated with the generation, production, distribution, adaptation, and use of new technology, technical, institutional, organizational, and managerial knowledge. Basically, whatever you have in your hand, to use that, to manage that in a way to develop new processes, to enhance the production. Uh, so this means we are not inventing something new, but whatever we have in hand, we are using that to get benefit. So that I mentioned in the agriculture research and development, innovation or innovative agriculture and research and development. So that if we have that kind of inventions and new knowledge, we can use that to get benefit. Two important factors are knowledge and networking. It also includes the knowledge and networking. You have knowledge and you can network that different. For example, the extension workers, the farmers, the scientists, uh, industrialists, the people in the information technology. So these networking, that the some information or some knowledge from information technology, some from the extension services, industry, industrial research and development and academia. So by getting some or very minute knowledge from different aspects, and the networking can give us some new product. Value of knowledge increases with its use, and exchange can only be realized in a cooperative environment. So that's absolutely right that uh, the environment, the cooperative environment, so that can only help to have some innovation. So, what is the difference between innovation and invention? Invention delivers new technology, knowledge as solution to problems. These new to the world. So, inventions are something which are not known already. But innovation is economically successful use of invention is innovation. Delivers social and economic change. So whatever you have knowledge, you may have a solution for a problem, but that may not be economically valid for any community. So the innovation is that to use that knowledge in a successful way. कोई भी उसमें अगर इशू आता है, आपके पास एक टेक्नोलॉजी अब नई डेवलप हो गई है, उसमें जो इश्यूज हैं उनको आप रिजॉल्व करके आप उसको एक मॉडल बना के देते हैं, जो सक्सेसफुल मॉडल है, तो वो इनोवेशन. Knowledge cannot be regarded as innovation unless it is transformed into products and process that have social and economic use. Knowledge cannot be regarded as innovation. So अगर कोई नई चीज किसी ने कोई इन्वेंशन कर ली है और उस वक्त तक वो इनोवेशन नहीं होगी, वो नॉलेज तो है लेकिन वो इनोवेशन नहीं होगी जब तक हम उसको किसी प्रोडक्ट में यूज ना ट्रांसफॉर्म ना कर दें जो कि सोशली और इकोनॉमिकली बेनिफिशियल. So this is the difference between innovation and invention. So that was all about today, and we will discuss uh, the other points in the next lectures. Thank you very much.